Hey, JW here. The Old Fruitarian. Just wanted to hop on for a real quick one tonight and talk about what people ask me all the time is, where do you find your fruit in the winter? And even in the summer, where do you go to get your fruit? And I try to mostly go to farms, local farms that I live near. I'm fortunate in the area I live in. I'm very close to 6, 7, 8 farms that I can go to and get fruit from. And also, I find that the local market basket, well, the one in Seabrook, New Hampshire anyway, which is about a 15-minute car ride from the house, has a lot of good fruit, nice organic, fresh fruit. And so I'm fortunate that I developed a little relationship with one of the workers there, and I asked him what they got in fresh today and how the watermelon is, if he knows who cut it, all that sort of stuff. And I'm able to get a little heads up on what's the best fruit to get that day. I'll oftentimes get watermelon, honeydew, grapes, blueberries, strawberries, cherries, raspberries, bananas, apples, and pretty much anything that looks good that day. And I also had somebody ask me recently if I was bored just eating fruit. As I mentioned on an earlier video, I do occasionally have a cauliflower pizza as a little treat once in a while. That's the only cooked food I really have. Although my wife made an omelet, and so she saved a little bit of it in the fridge, so I just threw that, heated it up, and it tasted pretty good. You know, figured get a little protein, but normally I don't eat cooked food. Probably 90% fruit, as I said in the previous video. But as far as that person asking me if I ever get bored with eating just fruit, I would point to the fact that, come into my refrigerator and you'll see a wide variety of different fruits, as well as fruit on the counter. Bananas, of course, on the counter, and in the refrigerator I have apples, pears, cherries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, watermelon, honeydew, the usual things that I just mentioned. And how can anyone get bored? I mean, how many choices do you need? You open up the average American's refrigerator and they've got, luncheon meats and hamburger and milk and all of these foods that really, I don't want to go on a rant and I don't want to, preach to anyone on how they should eat, but most of those foods are mucus causing foods. And if you have a glass of milk, for instance, you'll notice that shortly afterward, you'll have a lot of congestion, because about 95% of the population, my understanding, is allergic to milk. And so, because they're mucus forming foods and they're very difficult to digest and they're simply not healthy. And I used to drink raw milk. And if you're going to drink milk, drink raw milk, because it has a lot of nutritional aspects to it. But even then, I started getting the mucus again. When I first drank it, for about the first 6 months I was drinking it, I didn't get that mucus. So I thought, oh, this is going to be good, because I do like milk, but I haven't had that in years now. And I'm satisfied with the almond, coconut milk. And any kind of nut milk's probably good. But I like the combination almond, coconut, and it's organic and it tastes good. And I used to use it for my smoothies, my fruit smoothies. I add a little bit of that and a little bit of kefir. I'm not a vegan, as you can tell. I just mentioned a few dairy products. Kefir, of course. Almond milk is vegan. And I mentioned I had an egg today. So, I'm not a vegan. I never said I was. And I don't want to be, really. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on and answer a couple of questions that I got about where I buy my fruit. Usually in the farms or a place like Market Basket, which I know has really fresh fruit. And if it isn't fresh, the guy will tell me. He's very honest about it. In fact, Market Basket sells their stuff so quickly, it's almost impossible to get something there that isn't fresh. If you got to go to a supermarket, I'm not getting commission on this, by the way, but if you got to go to a supermarket, go to a place like Market Basket, or maybe if you're from a different part of the country that doesn't have one of those, I'm sure you have that type of supermarket. I think Whole Foods is a ripoff, and I'm not certain all of their stuff is what they claim it is in terms of organic, but that's just me. I'm a conspiracy theorist anyway. But I mean, I'll go to Whole Foods in a pinch, but I prefer the farms. Anyway, just jumped on for a quick one. Talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.